All right, we are live. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? I just gotta wait. Hey, how you doing, man? Long time no talk. Making sure my mic's going. Audio. Yes. All right. 23 Aquatics. Baris, how? I'm doing good. How about yourself? Ready for a nice live stream? Gonna show off some shrimp, feed some shrimp, do some good stuff, answer your guys' questions. Figure it's my birthday tomorrow, so have everybody jump in and we can hang out and I can watch my Oscars fight. So just waiting for a few more people to jump in here. I figured I would start off the stream with my crystal tank, so that way you guys could see that. And then what we're going to do is I'm just going to do Q&A, so answer some questions from you guys. So any questions you have about shrimp, about fish, anything that you want to ask me, anything that you want to know or have questions about, I'm here for you. And then I'm going to drop some food in the tanks. We're going to check out some shrimp and hang out together, get nice and caffeinated, try to wake up so we could start the day. Or at least for me, start the day. I know some of you guys, it's late at night there. Baris, you're from Turkey. Nice. What kind of fish do you keep? Do you keep shrimp? Do you keep fish? Hey, Rocco, how are you? Hey, Dean. Welcome to the stream. Let's see if I could turn this. There we go. That ring light was bothering me. I don't like that you can see the circle in the background of the tank. Yeah, no problem, Rocco. Glad to have you here. So as always, my favorite go-to for live streams is Shrimp King Complete Food because the shrimp attack it. So it's one of the foods that the shrimp just absolutely love, and it creates a good video because they go after it so hardcore. And not sponsored by Shrimp King by any means. It's just a product I like to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drop a piece of food in that tank, adjust the camera so you guys can see, and we're going to watch these guys completely swarm this food. So my crystal tank, they absolutely swarm. It's crazy. So I'm going to drop some food in the tank so you guys can see. Okay, you can see within seconds there's at least 15 shrimp on there. So that's what I was saying. I'm gonna have to move this camera multiple times. These guys absolutely attack the food. And that's a good sign, because if your shrimp are attacking the food like this, that means that it's a healthy colony, it's a healthy tank. They're hungry, you're not overfeeding. Hey, Robert, Leah, welcome. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Have you used extreme shrimp food? My Neos love it, but anything I give them. No, I haven't used extreme. I haven't even heard of it. I'll have to check it out. Is it made by the same extreme that makes the fish food? Because I've seen that before. Yeah. See, look at that. Couldn't even drop the food in before they started carrying it away. So how's everybody's day going? Feel free to ask any questions you have about myself, about my tanks, or any general shrimp or fish questions. I'm here for you guys. Hey, Hulk Logan, Aquatics, how are you? Thanks, Robert Redmond. Appreciate it. I don't know why I said your full name. Thanks, Robert. You're not allowed to take phone calls, Rocco. You can't do that. Not during the live streams. So I do want to give a big shout out to all my members that are out there. I have set up memberships for my account. So if you would like to become a member and sponsor me, you guys do get some exclusives, as well as you get some emojis. So Robert, I know you're the only member in here right now. Feel free to do a little emoji bomb so they can see what you're doing. But shout out to Robert Redmond for being a member, as well as Tater Salad, Jamie Anderson, my lovely wife Amber, and the big shrimp daddy Mark Shrimp Tanks. And I'm going to have to move the camera because they've already carried the food away. We've talked about this shrimp. When you are on video, you cannot move your dinner away. They're like the angry kids that want to go eat in their room. It's like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to sit with the family. I'm going to go carry my food away. Hey, Hulk Logan. Thanks, man. I definitely appreciate it. You're awesome. Now, the more members I get, the more emojis I can create. So the more of you guys that sign up, the more of those unique emojis that I can do. So Robert, Hulk Logan, what emojis would you guys like to see? I have all of those little tridents. So I was thinking about throwing those tridents in there, and then I was thinking about doing some more shrimp as well. Oh, that's good stuff. Yes. If you haven't already, go ahead and like the stream. Leave me a comment. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Thanks, man. I definitely appreciate it. Hulk Logan said those are beautiful shrimp. Yeah, so this is my Caridina Crystal Red and Crystal Black tank. There's, I don't know how many shrimp in this tank. At least 200 shrimp in this tank. So I figured I would start you guys off with the crystals, because those are the ones that are the most prolific, and I have the most in the tank. I just wish they would stop moving the food around. And that Shrimp King Complete, that's a pretty heavy food too. So for them to move it, that's definitely surprising. But when there gets to be so many of them in there. And you can see there's actually tons of shrimp in the back too. So the amount of shrimp that are on this food, maybe a third of what's in the tank. You now have the ability to record 2 places at once. What do you mean? Oh, nice. Yeah, I just got the iPad Pro 12.9. That thing's a beast. I haven't figured out how to really stream with it because I don't think they make a tripod that's big enough to hold that thing. It's massive. Yeah, what I do is I put my phone on my tripod and then I use StreamYard to have the dual screen. Well, it looks like the crystal shrimp are a little shy and are stealing the food. So we're going to have to switch tanks here in a second. So I will let you guys vote. Go ahead and tell me what tank we're going to switch to. We have the Carradina Coal tank, as well as the Tangerine Tiger and the Orange Eye Blue Tiger tank. My Black King Kong Extreme. Wait, that's not right. No, Aura Blue and the Tangerine Tiger. I'm not awake yet. And then, of course, the Black King Kong Extreme and the Orange Eye Blue Tiger. And then the Blue Bolts. Yeah, you got to watch out for the copper. Hey, Gabe's Aquatics, how are you? Thanks for joining the stream. Yeah. So Shrimp King makes quite a few different types of food. The complete has been my shrimp's absolute favorite. The least favorite is the 5-leaf mix that they just don't care for. I can drop it in the tank and I'll have one or two shrimp kind of go for it, but they're not overly aggressive towards. I think they may have hit a roadblock. They tried to carry the food in between the cholla wood there. It's not on my end, is it, Leah? How's the stream look for everybody else? Leah said there's some buffering going on. Gotcha. Leah said she has high winds there, so it's likely on her end. Yeah, I never know with Wi-Fi because I don't have my computer hardlined into my internet, which I wish I did for the stream. But you know, our new house is coming along. Hopefully by the end of December, I'm thinking probably January, February, I will have a new house. I will have a new shrimp room, and I will be able to do all the things that I would ever think that I could do with shrimp. Aw, come on, Nightbot. Nightbot says I failed. He's like, whatever you did, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know how to work a computer. Nightbot, I know him. I know him. I've seen him on other streams. He's everywhere. See, you can't get good help. You hire this guy called Nightbot, and you expect him to do his job properly, and he can't do it. I think it's a exclamation point member. I don't know if that's correct either. Maybe a capital M. I'm new to this, Leah. I'm not like Mark. I'm not an expert. I can't can't do all the things he does. And look at a little ram's horn up front. Just chug along. Yeah, it's not working for me either. That's okay. We're not here for the free advertising and the spam. We're here to hang out and watch some shrimps. So I got about 5 of you guys in here. Any preference on the next tank we move to? An Austin Powers movie. You know, I created my YouTube channel because I've always wanted to be an actor. I have a crazy personality, and I'm pretty goofy and funny. Oh, at least I think I'm funny. And so I wanted to create videos, and then I'm like, oh, I'll do a YouTube channel. You know, I like fish, I like shrimp, and so I start this channel, and it turns into this almost like high school science teacher-esque videos. Like I'm very teacher-esque in my videos. I don't have the comedy and personality that I do like on my live streams or in my everyday to-day life. I just get too serious because I want to get the information out there, and I want to share it with everybody, and I want to tell them everything I know. And when I do this, I don't have my same personality. It just comes off as like this teacher vibe. Like I get the information out there, but it's cool. Jess from Maine's Tailed Fur and Fins says, I'm very charismatic. Nice. Yeah, I've got a love-hate relationship with the ram's horns. As long as they don't overpopulate. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and drop some food in the orange eye tank so you guys can see that, and then I'll move the camera over. Hopefully they don't move the food as fast as the crystals do. It's almost gotten to the point is I don't know if you guys have noticed that I haven't done a lot of footage on the crystal tank because they've been so food aggressive. They carry the food away. I can't get any good shots of them because they take it all the way into the back. It reminds me of, have you ever seen a dung beetle like carry the poop away? That's what it reminds me of. They're just walking it away. All right. We're going to have to move the lights too because this tank is super dark. Bear with me one moment. There's a little bloop. Drop that food in there. Try not to electrocute my shrimp. That would be bad. So this tank is my orange eye blue tiger and my black King Kong extremes. Let's see if they're hungry. Try to get this camera angle. Hopefully that's not blurry. I've got the macro lens I could throw on there too if we need to. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Because these guys are going to stay put pretty much. So I'm going to go ahead. Put this on there. It's one of those things where it's kind of hard to focus with StreamYard. Oh, that looks good. Now we just got to wait for the shrimp. Let's all gas. All right, just catching up. Does anyone have questions for Kyle? Yes, it is a a Q&A without the Q. I'm just answering. I'm just talking, just blabbering away. There's one. How many circles around the sun for you, Kyle? How many circles around the sun? Love the Amazon sword and the tank behind you. Thanks. That's actually the little one. If you can, there's a little one in the which shoulder is that? Right there, and then there's a big one right behind me. Yeah. That's not working. How many circles around the sun? Let's all guess. Is it a riddle? Is it? Am I overthinking this? Do I need more caffeine? Oh, how old am I? Yes, tomorrow I will be 31. I had to piece that together. Yeah, a circle around the sun is a year. So, yep, I got it now. Didn't take me too long, a couple minutes. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I've never heard that before. I told you I was overthinking it. Or maybe I wasn't thinking hard enough. Thanks, Gabe. I appreciate it. Oh, there's an orange eye up front. Look how orange that eye is, too. Brian! Thanks, buddy. Brian says happy birthday. So my birthday isn't officially until tomorrow, but I wasn't going to come on here and stream on my birthday. I'm not going to do it. Sorry. Hey, what's going on, John? How are you, man? Sharpie's Models and Aquatics says, howdy ho, Kyle, shrimp nerds. Howdy ho. It's Mr. Hanky. All right. Come on, little shrimp guys. Struggle in. That doesn't look too bad. Look how orange those eyes are. Is she buried too? I think she is. Kind of looks like a male. I can't tell. So in this tank, I have 15 Black King Kong Extremes as well as 10 Orange Eye Blue Tigers. And a lot of the blue tigers are super blue. They almost look black. Yeah, those ram's horns will jump in and kind of push everything away. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Thank you, Brian. Glad to have you guys in here. It's the OG shrimp nerds. It is Shrimp King Complete by Dinnerly. Find this at your local supplier. I am not sponsored in any way. Oh, I see how it is, Nightbot. You're going to be choosy and select which ones to say. So if I was advertising my members, you don't want to do that, but you'll talk about my Facebook? I see how it is. Leah, we're going to have to take Nightbot out back. Gotta put him down. So John from Sharpie's Models and Aquatics says, I may have been visiting another FS today, not local, as an hour away, but the owner is a fish nerd. I may also have purchased some Cares List fishies too. So I like how you called it an FS, because it's not an LFS because it's not local. It's about an hour away. I would say if it's in your general area, about an hour or two, that's kind of local. So what is a Cares List fishy? Leah says, got to roll him in the mid for a while. Waterboarding may or may not be involved in night boss rehabilitation. So I wonder if it's a thing with the members, because Marks does the same thing when he live streams. His membership comes up as that air too. So I don't know if maybe Nightbot flagged it as something that they can't advertise. I'm not sure. So that one orange eye right there, I would say that's just an orange eye tiger. He doesn't even look blue. I've been wanting to cull it for a while, but I've only got a few orange eyes in this tank, so I was kind of hoping to get some more. Oh, nice. So endangered fish. That's awesome. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I haven't culled that shrimp yet, is because it is one of the biggest in there. And I'm pretty sure it's a male, which, you know, once I get the shrimp room set up, I'm going to be a little bit more choosy and hardcore on my culling, because I don't want to pass on those genetics. He's got some nice stripes on him. He'd be cool to mix with some other stuff to get those stripes, but maybe mix him with some crystals, get some fancy tigers, get some orange eye fancy tigers. So what does everybody's fishy plans look like for the day? Anything exciting? Send them to you. Yeah, if I could find a way to get stuff to Canada, I will. Yeah, Hulk Logan said, be interesting to see what clutches of eggs he could get with the crystals. Yeah, I'd be interested as well. I'm definitely enjoying this breeding project, because this tank that we're looking at right now, I'm mixing my Black King Kong Extremes with those orange eye blue tigers. I'm actually going to do a video on it tomorrow. Hopefully I have some footage I can use saved in my phone. The bad thing about live streaming is if I need footage, I can't record anything today because I've already fed the shrimp. So you could blame me for not being prepared and have a video ready for tomorrow. So John from Sharpie says Scyphia multipunctata and Lemia perugii, pair of Scyphia and free bonus fry, 3 very pregnant looking Lemia. So those are the endangered fish that you got. And I would have to look those up. I couldn't even tell you what they are. Brian asks how my lovely wife Amber is doing. She is doing good. She's sleeping right now because she likes to sleep in. Hulk Logan's going to go to the LFS. Going to be picking up anything exciting? Just some new fish. Leah's installing a new circulation pump in the 125 gallon. Put the smaller one in the Zebra Plico tank. So is the circulation pump, is that for like a sump, or is that just airflow like a wave maker? That blue tiger may be hybridized. Yeah, I had a feeling that some of my shrimp that I've gotten in lately aren't true breeds, because there's a couple of them that I've had that look hybridized. I've got a crystal red in my tank that looks like it's been crossed with something at some point. You filmed some video for the future of the store. That's awesome, John. Yeah, it's good to get out and get some coverage of your local fish stores, so that way people in the area. Shoots water around the tank. Yeah, that's kind of like my, I don't know if you can see it here. I've got a power head on the 60 gallon connected to sponge filters. They're live bears. So I'm surprised they're endangered if they're live bears. They probably just have a hard time with young survival. Usually live bears are prolific. You got to watch out. They'll take over bodies of water. Yeah, and any memberships, any donations, I put everything back into my shrimp room. So if you do become a member, if you donate through my PayPal, everything does go back to building the new shrimp room, as well as like getting everything I need, like the flooring, the racks, the RO unit. It's gonna be a pretty big investment. So I'm working on starting a business, as well as everything does go towards the YouTube channel as well. So that helps bring content for you guys. But I'm working on becoming a shrimp breeder and seller. So of course that's not something that happens overnight and takes a little bit of money. No, it's a big investment, and I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm definitely enjoying keeping Caradina a lot more than I was Neo's. Oh, that shrimp up front looks like he had a hard time molting or something. You see how the back is shaped? Hopefully its next molt it fixes that. Looks like its shell got deformed. Hulk's going to go get some Tetras and maybe a third Aqua Clear to I-10 or 110. John says, still not sure whether my actual closest LFS is going to be 4 or 5 videos to get around the livestock. Oh, it's that big. Yeah, a lot of my local stores, they're little. They're not that big. Brian asks, how deep does everyone have their substrate at? If I only use a thin layer on the bottom, won't it lose its buffering capacity faster? Hey, Shrimp Mania, how are you? Welcome to the stream. So, Brian, if you look at my tanks, they've probably got at least an inch of the substrate. And in my crystal tank, I had that tank running for about a year, and I used about a half an inch. And that I started to lose buffering capacity after a year. So I actually had to top off the substrate and add some more to it. So I would say at least an inch. But just keep an eye on your pH, and if it starts to drop, you can always sprinkle in like half a cup at a time or a couple tablespoons at a time, depending on the tank every day. So if you add a little bit every day, it's going to raise that pH slowly, so that way your shrimp don't, or lower that pH slowly, so that way your shrimp don't have any issues. Excuse me. I actually just did that in the crystal tank. So I had to add some new substrate. And what I did was, instead of taking all the shrimp out, changing the substrate and replacing everything, I had just a tablespoon, like a kitchen tablespoon, and I would do 2 tablespoons of the new substrate in the tank a day. And I did that until I got another half inch on top of that substrate, and then I spread it out evenly across the tank. And that was the safest method I thought of to increase the buffering capacity of that substrate, because it was starting to die off. And I'm thinking once I move, I'm going to set up all new tanks, and then I'll move these guys over and break them down. Some of them are a little bit newer than others. So once the buffering starts to go, then I'll start to pull them out of there. Sharpie says native to Mexico and Haiti. I was going to say Haiti. So the live bears he got that are endangered are native to Mexico and Haiti. Pollution is the reason they're endangered. Oh, that's awful. The lemmy are now only found in 7 streams. Yeah, it's tough. As a society, we're kind of destroying everything. Hey, Bob, how are you, man? I saw you join, but I was on a tangent about substrate. Bob's lurking. Size doesn't matter then. Brian says, so size does matter then. It's not the size and the amount of your substrate. It's the size and your amount of your substrate. Yeah. 2 to 3 inches for substrate. Fish or shrimp with sand, you get anaerobic bacteria munching the nitrates. Yeah. My tank behind me. Let's see if I can get a shot of it. Oh, God. So, what is happening? You can see that I've got a good 4 inches of sand in this tank. And any of your, I apologize for that. Don't look at me. Any of your planted tanks, you may want to have that deeper substrate, so that way you do get those anaerobic spots. And then the plants love the deep substrate. Oh, you hit 1K, Shrimp Mania? That's awesome. Congratulations. Yeah, last I saw, you were sitting at 500. Yeah, your channel's going to blow up. You've got good content. You have good video quality and sound quality, as well as your edits. When I watched your first video, I never would have guessed that you had only been creating content for a little bit and you only had 500 subscribers. If I was to look at your channel, I would have suspected that you had at least, 10,000, because the quality of your content, it was solid. You weren't stumbling over your words. You knew what to say, and you did a good job. So I definitely believe your channel is going to surpass mine and grow to be huge. I don't think there's a wrong answer on the amount of substrate, Brian. With the shrimp tank, you may get those anaerobic spots that could release the nitrogen, or nitrogen. But it's not too bad. A couple inches, I usually do about an inch, inch and a half. A lot less of you to look at these days, Slim. Yeah. I know for my birthday week, I've been cheating a little bit. So you can hear it. I'm a little nasally. I've been going off my diet. So I got the inflammation and fun stuff. Eat healthy. Your body will thank you for it. Ain't no problem. I know a while back you said that you were going to hold off on making videos for a while. And I'm like, no, keep going. You're doing good. Eventually you'll run out of topics, but that's okay. Yeah, Bob, we're the mediocre streamers and YouTubers. Hey, Jarhead, how are you, man? So my Neo tank, I actually have a dirted tank with a sand cap on it, and I've been noticing a lot of deaths in there. So if you watch my last couple videos, or if you've been watching my channel for the last couple months, I took all my Neocaridina shrimp and I put them all into one tank. They have been slowly dying. So I am down to a bunch of cherry babies, and there's still quite a few shrimp in that tank, but it's definitely not the numbers that I put in there. And I think it has a lot to do with the dirted tank. I'm wondering if there's some type of bacteria in there that is not working well with the shrimp. So I've been debating on completely gutting that tank and just putting plain sand in there. So pulling all the shrimp back out, gutting it, sterilizing it, and then going from there. My only concern with that is I'm going to be moving in a couple months. So do I really want to do all that work to just take the tank back down in a couple months? But if the shrimp are dying, I feel bad. I may just pull them all out and throw them in the 60-gallon behind me or something. Embrace the suck. It's my slogan when I'm editing. The ring light bugs me, seeing that circle. It's like with my glasses. I got to put the ring light way above my head, otherwise you see it in my glasses. I create my content to share to share the information and as a creative outlet for myself. And you guys really make the videos, because it's like I could create content, but if nobody's watching them, if nobody likes it, then there's really no point in me doing it besides me having fun. So, I definitely appreciate all your guys' support. I've been doing this for over 2 years now, and I've got over 2,000 subscribers, and it's a lot of fun and I enjoy it. So it's nice to have the community, because we all know each other. You guys jump in these live streams and everybody's saying hi, because the community is so small. And I know in this niche, I'm never going to be in like those million subscribers and those big streamers out there and those big content creators. But that's okay, because I enjoy what I do. I enjoy my shrimp, I enjoy my fish, and I enjoy you guys. And that's the main thing. I'm not going to become a millionaire off of YouTube doing this, but that's all right. Shrimp Mania says, Bob Moss, Poseidon's Pets, I love your content. Thanks for keep posting. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's what I'm saying. We create content for each other. It's like a little bit more elaborate Facebook. Hey, Mystery Snail Guardians, how are you? Cut out the dead spots. Yeah. You'll see in your videos where if you're watching your video, oh, squirrel, look at that buried orange eye. See if I get closer on her. Look at those eggs. Come on, mama, give me your babies. So I expect that this tank should have shrimplets here in it in the next couple weeks or so, because I've had buried females in here for quite a while. Sorry, OCD. I'm done messing with it. I'm done. I'm not going to touch it. Sorry. Oh, the Ramshorn Express. John from Sharpie says, I can waffle on almost endlessly, Bob, on pretty much any subject. Yes. Bob says, we're more entertaining than Aquarium Co-op. Kyle, he just has the business behind the channel, so it grows off that. Corey, I've watched Corey's videos from the beginning. He's an inspiration. He taught me everything I know about aquatic plants. So he definitely has good information out there. He's one of those content creators that got on the bandwagon before all of us decided to do it. And I think a lot of that too was we didn't have these cameras, this technology 10 years ago. If you wanted to stream, if you wanted to create content, you had to go out and buy a camera. And a lot of us aren't going to do that for a hobby. But now that we all have these smartphones and we all have this 4K capability just walking around in our pockets, everybody's a content creator. Whether your content is good, whether your content is bad, if you enjoy creating it, then just do it. I actually encourage all of you, throw some videos up. If you want to show off your tanks, it doesn't matter if you don't get 1,000 views on a video. If you get 20 views and, a couple people in the community comment, and then at least that way you have documentation of your journey in life and how everything's going. Because I can look back, I can look at my old videos and see like, oh, wow, yeah, I've come so far. So it's cool to see and cool to have that timeline. I may have OCD about triggering other people's OCD. Yeah, I'm pretty relaxed. I'm pretty relaxed, and then I have OCD. So there's a balance there where part of me is like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And then I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, whatever. So as long as I'm not stressing myself out too much. Here, I got you, Nightbot, because you don't know how to do your job. I mean, we're way more funny. I think we're funny. But then again, I don't know. My humor is not for everybody. Like I was saying I'm in a couple like group chats, like Mark's group chat on WhatsApp, and not all of my jokes can be good ones. They're not all going to be the greatest. I cracked myself up the other day. Somebody asked me, "What are you doing for your birthday? What's your plans?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna party like it's 2020." And then they thought about it, and they're like, and I'm like, "Yeah, by myself and be drunk by noon." And I thought that was hilarious. John says we can be silly and have fun. We don't have any aquatic business to worry about. That's kind of my thoughts too. Is I know as time goes on, as I get busier, that I may have to slow down on YouTube and other things, but that's how life goes. I'll always try to do my best to create content and do what I can for you guys. Nice, Bob. What are you going to be selling? Bob says he's starting a small business, working on a web store. Oh, geez. John says he bought a friend with OCD a picture of the Leaning Tower of Pisa framed. Either the frame is straight or the tower. It bugs him all the time. Yeah, that's something that would bug me too. I would probably have to take that picture down. Aw. I came prepared. Don't worry. I know you guys were worried. My plants and shrimp. Limited edition merch drops. Yes. No, limited edition merch drops. All right. Are we bored of the orange eye blue tigers and the black King Kong extremes yet? I am kind of fascinated by that buried female up front. Give me your babies. I want your babies. The sad thing is, well, I don't know if it's a sad thing, but I know for a fact that female is straight orange eye blue tiger because she was buried before I added the black King Kong extremes. So I will have more orange eye blue tigers in this tank than black King Kongs. I just sell whatever on there. Might work on becoming a dealer for different suppliers once I'd set it up. I cut out the public and just supply direct to stores. Less money, but no hassle. Yeah, it's one of those things you got to look at. Do you want to be a supplier or do you want to be a wholesaler? Okay, so we've seen the crystal tank. We've seen the orange eye blue tiger and black King Kong extremes. So our options are blue bolts or the tangerine tiger and blue aura shrimp tank or my Caridina coal tank. Bob Moss, Nano Tanks merch. Yes. Patrons hat should be here next week. I did patron for a while, but I couldn't keep up with. Brian wants to see the blue bolts. All right, we got 1 volt for blue bolts. Yeah, I couldn't keep up with creating content for Patreon, and I felt like I was asking for money for nothing because I wasn't supplying anything. Yeah, good luck, Bob. I hope it does well for you too, man. So blue bolts used to be my favorite. Right now, my favorites are the blue auras and the black King Kong extremes. Basically, any tank I haven't really started breeding prolifically yet is my favorite because I know they're going to explode. All right. Well, nobody else voted, so we're going to do the blue bolt tank. So I'm going to go ahead and throw some food in there. Maybe I should get the food first. Who dares me to eat this? Is it really a dare if it was my idea? All right, so let's throw some food in that tank. Now this Blue Bolt tank, it has tons of babies in there. Now I just got to move all these plants out of the way so we can actually see something. Floating plants are nice, but they do block the light and make it hard for streaming. Look at that little baby. The government came and took my baby. Hope all goes well, Bob. I got such a funny story for tomorrow when I live stream. You have to watch to hear the spicy deets. Eat it. Double dare, triple dog dare. You've eaten worse, be honest. It smells good. Like it always smells so fresh. Like when you open it up, it just smells like plants. And some of the smaller pellets, like this right here, for a tank that has 10 shrimp in it, I would probably feed like half of this. So like when I go to feed those smaller tanks, the only way I found to get it smaller than that little piece is to bite it. So I've already tasted it. I've already eaten it. So I know it doesn't taste bad, but I'm not going to eat the shrimp food. Missed the feeding dish again. Oh, look at that buried female up front. She's gorgeous. She's got some nice blue on her. I stopped using feeding dishes because my shrimp don't care. I can drop the food in the dish and they're going to carry it away. They said, nope, we don't want to eat there. I'm moving the food. I feel like these guys look so overexposed. Like I promise I haven't messed with the camera quality, but they're super white. Yeah, I don't think they list their ingredients, so it's probably got some type of protein in it. I doubt it would make you sick. Yeah, that female up front, though, she's gorgeous. I love that color blue. You see the one across from her, it's kind of got that golden bee color. So that's something that I would cull out if once these babies grow up and I've got a better breeding population, I'm going to start to cull them a little bit more hardcore. Same ingredients as some vegetabilists. Is that like the vegetarians? Don't start dragging this food around like the crystals. So I love to see the buried females because that's a sign to me that I'm doing something right. If you've got a lot of females with eggs, if you've got a lot of babies, multiple generations of babies too. So if you look here, you can see that I've got multiple generations. So that's a good sign that I have a well-established tank and these shrimp are growing up, that the baby survival rate is pretty high. Because in this picture, I can see 3 generations. You see on that far right side, you got that little guy, and then there's some a little bit bigger juveniles. So there's at least 4 generations if you count the parents in this picture. Send them my way. Well, the goal is to start breeding and selling in the States. So if you live in the United States, there's a chance that someday you may be able to get some of my shrimp. Right? Like she's gorgeous. Grandpappy shrimp. Oh, here comes a bully. So get out of the way. And there's still tons of shrimp that haven't even gotten to the food dish yet. Or food dish. You guys got me talking about food dishes that hasn't even got to the food yet. And I definitely appreciate all you guys for coming in here and joining us on the stream. It's always good to hang out and talk to everybody. Bob, I'm gonna have to get you on here one of these days, and we'll do a co-op stream. I think we could have some fun. All right. So does anybody have any questions? I'm with you. I work full time, so I make time for the YouTube channel when I can, but trying to coordinate and jump on other people's streams, it's hard. So I use Florin Vulcanite by Brightwell. So Brightwell has become one of my new favorite brands. So I've been experimenting a lot with their products, and I absolutely love this substrate. It keeps my pH close to 6 and sometimes below 5, especially when you start dosing vitamin C. You can see it drop below that 6. Yeah, I'm not a big sports guy, so football means nothing to me. No worries, Leah. I appreciate the support while you're here. Brightwell's not available in Canada. When I create my business, I'm going to start carrying their products. And if shipping's not too bad, I'll look into shipping to Canada and see what it takes and what I have to do to get that going on. If not, maybe we'll work something out together, and I'll be able to send you some stuff. I can imagine that the shipping would be atrocious. Yeah, because I've already reached out to Brightwell reps, and once I set up my business license, then they'll set up a wholesale account for me, and I'll get some discounts. I just have to have a business license before I can do that. And with the new house, they told me I can't. They said in so many words that it's not a good idea to start the business just yet, that I need to wait. So once all the paperwork signed on the house, going to get my business license, going to set up the website, get everything going. Hey, if you can find a cross niche like that, Bob says he's going to find a niche of shrimp people and football fans. Nightbot, you're killing me, Smalls. Excuse me. See, this is how my crystal tank used to be. They would just, swarm the food and eat it nicely. And now they take it and run. They're like, no, I don't want to eat with you. I'm going to go away. You're not my dad. Gold member. What is gold? Is there a command I need to set up? What does that do? High score. What's that mean? Did I break it? Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that Nightbot timer. That's weird. You should try it now, Leah. See if member works. Yeah, gold members, Austin Powers. Oh, I failed. I can't type. I can't spell. My bot's on strike. Oh, there it goes. Hey, I did it. Spread the word. Storytime announcement. Football is actually a great spectator sport. The breaks in play let you do some things and talk, where like soccer, it's a 90 minutes nonstop. Oh, if you were like streaming it, I gotcha. John says, my demographic is fish and shrimp people, along with scale modelers and those with an interest in the paranormal. Seriously, small niche. So you got to like shrimp, you got to like fish, you got to like small models, as well as you got to believe in ghosts. Like that's what you get. Or it could just be people who like you, John. Yeah, if they like you, it doesn't matter what you're talking about. So you guys have watched me for an hour now talk about nothing. Story time and announcement. What is a good, easy start shrimp for a beginner? So, George, everybody says Neo-Caridina shrimp, just like Leah said. I struggled with Neos. I don't know why, but I could not keep Neo-Caridina shrimp alive. If you are just looking for a shrimp to put in your shrimp tank or put into like a community tank or something, that if you just want shrimp, like you don't care if they're breeding, you don't care if they're multiplying, you just want shrimp to watch, I would say Amano Shrimp. So Amano Shrimp. Hey, Chris, how are you, man? So Amano Shrimp are one of the hardiest shrimp I've seen. So those were one of the first shrimp I started out with. But when I got into Neo-Caridina shrimp, I was like, oh, these are easy. You know, they're going to breed. And I did okay with them, but I'm a perfectionist. I didn't have these big booming colonies of adults that you see everybody else have. I had colonies of juveniles. So for some reason, my adults were just dying off. I couldn't keep them alive. So yes, they were breeding. Yes, they were multiplying, but it just wasn't this successful colony that I wanted it to be. So I would say a good beginner shrimp, if you just want to add it to a community tank, would be Amano Shrimp. Like Leah said, if you want to try your hand at Neo-Caridina shrimp, those are supposedly the best beginner shrimp. But Caridina has been way easier than Neos for me. Once you get the parameters right, there's no problem. Like you can see, I've got tons of babies in there. So for Caridina shrimp, buffering substrate, remineralized RO water, and then water changes every 2 weeks, and that's it. Feed every other day. It made it super easy. Got to move this camera. Why you got to move the food, guys? It's not cool. Stop shaking. There we go. There's so many shrimp in there. I can't wait for all those babies to grow up, so it's just a swarm of adults like the crystal tank. All right, got to catch up on the chat because I went on a tangent about shrimp. Hey, let's see. Bob says, do shrimp people like Legos? I think everybody likes Legos. Chris said, I'm back. Hey, buddy. I might build some Legos tomorrow. Neos are my bae, says Bob. Lego shrimp. Yeah, we should work on a Lego shrimp. John says, stream before last, we spent a good 20 minutes talking about Hooters. Last stream, my ghost cat was mucking about with airlines behind me. Your ghost cat? So do you have a cat that's a ghost, or is it like a cat that just doesn't show up on camera? Brian says my OCD is kicking in because the camera isn't centered. Did that fix your OCD, Brian? Give you $1 if you eat one. I'm not going to eat my shrimp. I love my shrimp. Timothy Nelson trying to get me fired again. Yep. Gotta stream while you're working. A Lego shrimp. So are you saying that Lego is plural for all Legos? So Lego my Lego. I have so much Lego. Look at all those Lego sets. Want to play with my Lego? See, always singular. Yeah, want to play with my Lego doesn't sound right. I don't think you should say that. Hey, BJ, how are you? Oh, I definitely believe that. John says his cat died a year ago and he shows up from time to time. Yeah, pets like to stick around. And I don't care what anybody says. Here you go. Let me fix this for Brian before he gets mad at me. The plural of Lego is Lego. Data is the plural of datum. Oh God. Don't do this to me. It's too early. Is it like shrimp and shrimps? You don't say shrimps, you say shrimp. It's like fish and fishes. So for the longest time, when people would say fishes, it bugged the daylights out of me. And I had to look it up because my lack of knowledge was causing aggression. And so I finally looked it up. Fish and fishes is proper grammar. So if you're talking about one species of fish, then fish, plural, is fine. So if I was to say, look at all these blue bolt fish, that would be okay because it's all the same species. Now, if I was talking about my community tank behind me and I said, look at all those fish, that wouldn't be proper grammar because there's all kinds of different species in there. It would be look at all those fishes because there's multiple species. So when you're referring to multiple species, it's fishes. When you're referring to one species, it's fish. There's my grammar lesson for the day. Got a shadow person. Ooh, spooky. You could say shrimpies and shrimplets, little tiny baby shrimplets. I use fisherlies and shrimperlies just to upset people. English is stupid. Yes, English is stupid. And none of us speak proper grammar, especially with our texting generation we have now. Shrimpies. Yes. Scrimps. I got oil all over my scrimps. I can't believe how many babies are in this tank. I'm a successful shrimp breeder, guys. I finally did it. I just can't keep neocaridina shrimp alive. Just can't do it. Scrumps. Yeah, you start adding other languages in there and then things get confusing. I'm obsessed with that blue bolt in the back. So her white and her blue. Like I want to cull all these yellow shrimp. All these golden shrimp you see. I just want that pure white and that pure blue. Maybe I'll start a colony of golden blues. I'll call them golden blue bolts because that's what they look like. They look like a cross between a golden bee and a blue bolt, especially because they have that black head. So you see some of them have that black head on there. I don't think they're true blue bolts. I think they've been crossed with something. Don't say scrop, Bob. That's what Pagan does. Sup, Jamie? Sup, bro? Sharpie says, it's weird. I speak lazily, but when I write or type, it's full on proper English. Yeah. Pac-Man. Love the blues too. Yeah, this is I feel like I say this about every shrimp, but this is one of my favorite shrimp. All of my shrimp are my favorite shrimp. I don't think I have a shrimp that I don't like. Because even the coals, I think they're really cool looking. Bye, Brian. Have a good night. I did a nano who's waiting for some dream blues. What? Oh, you have a nano tank that's waiting for some blue dreams? I know, Jamie. I'm sorry. What time works better for you? Should I do an evening stream? So like 7 hours from now? No worries, Gabe. I got what you were saying. So we can keep watching the blue bolts for a little bit, or if you guys want to see the tangerine tigers and the blue auras, I can switch to that. So just let me know when we're ready to see a new tank, and I'll move the camera. So I will give a shameless plug because we all have goals and goals need to be met. So I am starting a shrimp business and working on setting up a new shrimp room. So any of you guys want to become members, you get to have all kinds of fun things like the emojis and whatnot. And I just opened a poll for some reason. So if you would like to become a member and support my future shrimp room, go ahead and do so. It's only $2 a month, and you get the nice fancy trident next to your name, like Jamie Anderson, as well as you are supporting my shrimp, adding, helping pay for their food, as well as any costs that do accumulate, and then of course any costs of the new shrimp room. So if you would like to join, go ahead and do so. And then you get all these fun emojis, and you get the trident next to your name, and it's fun. You get little shrimpy guys to play with. So any support is definitely appreciated, but don't feel obligated to do so. Even if you don't become a member, I still love you guys. Hey, Kay, long time no see. How are you? Great question. So Kay asks if the blue auras and tangerine tigers will interbreed. And if so, what are we hoping to get? So they will interbreed, and what they will produce is called a green aura shrimp. So that is my goal, is to crossbreed the tangerine tigers with the blue aura shrimp. So I'm hoping to get some babies there. Bob Moss, typical government employee watching YouTube when should be working. Nice. Glad they're settling in, John. Bob asks if anyone wants to become his personal assistant. He is looking for somebody to answer emails and deal with people while he writes code. Yeah, when I'm not with customers, I can jump in the stream and work while I'm watching. I usually don't talk a lot. I just kind of lurk. So I'm in most of the live streams that you guys have. I just, if I'm working, I can't I can't talk. I gotta focus on my job and just listen. Oh jeez. Sharpie gets a green aura when he eats too much garlic. Oh, congrats. That's awesome. So Kay got some Caradina again and has some first shrimplets. That's awesome. Congratulations. All right. So I think it's about that time. I am going to switch tanks. So we're going to drop our food in and we are going to check out the tangerine tiger and the blue aura shrimp. Let's see how fast these guys swarm. I'm actually going to move that food up a little bit. Put it right up against the glass. That way we get a good shot. Back it up. Are you guys staring at my butt? Don't look at my butt. I seen it. I caught y'all looking. I may have to adjust that camera. We'll see. John's bristle nose spotty is on eggs again. There'll be another 100 plus. Jeez, oh my gosh. 100 baby plecos. That's a lot. Who schedules a football game on a Tuesday? Come on, Shrimp. Where are you? They're sleeping. And there's a blue aura. All right, now that you're there, we got to focus. Come on. Where you at? Aw. Goodbye. Here they come. Some of those blues, just look how dark they are. Oh, there's a little baby. So that doesn't look like a baby tangerine. It kind of looks like a mix. We may have successfully crossed these shrimp. These tigers are so pretty. They're one of my favorite shrimps. One of my favorite shrimp. Yeah, that. What do you have? Shrimp is carrying a piece of substrate. Like, why are you carrying that? Did you guys see that? So this is my rock. There are many rocks like it, but this one is mine. Aw. What a jerk. He just grabbed that whole pellet and took it out of focus. Like, why you gotta do that? Oh my gosh. Come on, bring it back this way. That was a big pellet too. He just grabbed it and took off with it. We're supposed to be showing off your colors here. I can't do that when you take the pellet all the way to the back. It's like herding cats. All right, you guys gotta move. Move, little baby shrimp. Now leave it there. Stop mucking things up. It's hard to find good help these days. Actors. Jeez. Thought you were showing us your alder cone. Yes. There's so many babies in this tank. I wish my camera would focus better. Oh. No, they're just going to keep moving it. maybe short-lived watching this tank. We'll see. I don't think they want to keep the food in one spot. So it's been about 4 days since I fed them. So maybe that was my fault. I was giving them a little bit of a break, and I feel like they're extra hungry today and just moving the food all around. I may have to do an update video on this tank. There's so many babies in here. So Jamie asked what kind of food I'm feeding. I am feeding Shrimp King Complete by Dinnerlay. If I say that one more time, they have to pay me. I'm not endorsed or sponsored by Shrimp King Dinnerlay. Dinnerlay food. Shrimp King Complete. I'm going to have to take the macro lens off. These guys are just pulling the food too far away. Yeah, jerks. All right, no baby shrimplet video because they want to be jerks and move the food too far away. Yeah, I've tried all kinds of food, and Shrimp King seems to be this one specifically. The Shrimp King Complete seems to be my shrimp's favorite food. There's a lot of good ones out there, like Mark's Nettle Mix, his protein mix. Those are all good as well. But the Shrimp King Complete is by far my shrimp's favorite. So we'll stream until the half hour mark. So we've been going for about an hour now. I usually only stream about an hour. So we'll go for another 7 minutes or so. So if you guys have any questions or need anything answered, or if there's anything you need from me, let me know. Shrimp Mania said, Complete is the best, second place protein, third place mineral. Where are you getting that information from? Was there a study done? Because I would definitely like to read that. I'd be interested in checking that out if you got some resources for us. These guys are so blue. So blue. Jamie says, I had to reset my cycling tank. Thought I would add some nutritional yeast to kickstart some biofilm. Whole tank turned sour and grew slime everywhere. Not recommended. I have fed zucchini and cucumber. What I noticed was when I feed zucchini and cucumber, all of my snails die. So I'm not sure what it is. I even buy the organic stuff and make sure to wash it and do everything I can. But when I see stuff like that, I kind of shy away from things. So that was one thing I noticed was when I started to feed zucchini that all my snails would die. And I know a lot of farmers use copper to fertilize to prevent snails. So I'm thinking that maybe the plants have some copper on them or something like that. My shrimp seem to be okay, but it just affects the snails randomly. Some of those molds, especially the ones where they leave a leg or something, it'll throw you off for sure. And then you see the other shrimp munching on it. So my biggest indicator for seeing dead shrimp, if I haven't fed that day and I see like all the shrimp conjoined in one spot, that's usually a good sign that a snail or a shrimp died. So if you see that, if you see your shrimp like this, so if you see the shrimp are all around this piece of food, if you see that in your tank and you haven't fed recently, then more than likely a shrimp has died, because most shrimp will eat other shrimp when they die. You're not going to be able to find the body unless you see it right away. American plants kill snails. My snails love phallic objects. What the heck? Oh, yeah. Those larger shrimp. John says finding a molt from a large vampire shrimp is always scary. And he says possibly copper contamination. The only thing with that is I feel like it would have killed my shrimp if it was copper, but I can't think of anything else that would kill the snail. So it's weird. And it's organic vegetables. So I'll probably try it again once I get my garden going, because I know in my garden I'm not going to find anything like that. Everything's going to pretty much be shrimp safe. There's just tons and tons of babies in this tank. Seems Bob and his snails have something in common. You guys are terrible. All right, one last time before we end it. If you would like to support me and my channel, become a member. Now, it's the last time I'm going to say it. Those bright orange tangerines are so pretty. Yeah. I'm with you, John. John says copper is classed as organic since it's naturally occurring. Yeah. So if you notice that you add a new food and you start to see deaths or you start to see strange things happen, just know that something's interacting with your fish and you should probably not use that anymore. Shrimp Mania says he's ordered new shrimps. They're coming tomorrow. What'd you order? What are you getting? I love new shrimp days. Organics are a scam. Yeah, the best thing to do is just grow your own food. Black Galaxy Tigers. Ooh. How much did that run you? I'm sure those weren't cheap. Yeah, covered in cow poop, which then has all the hormones and everything else that they've done. Now Nightbot decides to work. Right at the end, it's like, okay, I got this. Yep, exactly. $90 for 12, around 120. That's not bad. About $10 a piece. That's about what these blue auras cost me. Yeah, these blue auras were $12.50 a piece, and then bundle discount, I got $9 each, and then because I had bought quite a few shrimp at the time, I dropped like almost $300. He gave me another discount, so they were about $7 a piece after everything was said and done, which was nice. And I'm not disappointed. So if you look, you can see there's at least 3 buried blue auras in there. Yeah. These blue auras and these tangerines, they're gorgeous. If people stop eating meat, there won't be any organic fertilizer. Have you never made compost? You can make organic fertilizer out of anything. Tangerine tigers weren't bad. I want to say they were like $6 each, something like that. It was like $70. I don't think it was too bad of a price. I feel like they were the least expensive out of everything I bought. No, the crystals and the blue bolts were pretty inexpensive, but I just bought low grades. Bob, I don't understand anyone who can stop eating meat. I did it for 2 years. I eat sushi every now and then. I can live without meat. I can live without dairy. I can't live without sushi. I just no. Sushi's too good. Yeah, once you stop eating meat, everything else tastes so good. You actually appreciate your side dishes instead of just having it be an accompanying to your meat. And I'm not one of those vegan advocates who's like, stop eating meat. Meat is murder. So you do you, man. Like, yeah, it'd be a lot better if all of us cut back on meat because of global warming and stuff like that. But everybody has to make that decision for themselves. So it's not my place to say. The information's out there. You do you, boo. Bye, Jamie. Bye. John says some people won't try bacon for religious reasons. I won't try religion for bacon reasons. All right, guys. So I am going to call it. I appreciate every single one of you for being in here. Shout out to Leah for helping me moderate and do all that stuff. And shout out to all the members. So I know we got a new member today. Shout out to it was Hulk Logan for becoming a member. Definitely appreciate you. And then all of my current members. So Jamie Anderson, Robert Redman, my lovely wife Amber, Mark Shrimp Takes. All of you guys are awesome. And Tater Salad. I know he's not in here today, but you guys are the greatest. So I appreciate y'all. So as always, thank you guys so much for being here, and thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day. Oh, Bob Moss, you almost got it out of there. Thanks for becoming a member, Bob. Definitely appreciate it. We'll just trade memberships. You know, I'll send you $2. You send me $2. It'll work out. So thanks again for watching, guys, and enjoy the rest of your day.